Mabuhay everyone, MARKCHES here. Welcome to the channel, and for today's video I'll be reviewing this lifestyle sneaker, and it's a kind of a recovery sneaker for me too. I'll tell you why in a bit and see if it's worth the hype right now. Let's go. So guys, right in front of me is the Climacool 3D. So it's a new implementation of the tech of Adidas, which the 4D outsole they released before, and comparing it with this one and the first one that they came out with was a really big difference. I mean, in terms of tech, in terms of the price, the first one was, I think, just the sole. When they released it with the knit upper, it was around almost 20,000 pesos, or 200, no, that's around 400 USD. So really pricey, and now the price for this one is trimmed down to around 190, which is a lot better. It's still expensive, but a lot better from $400. It's half, and the tech wise they really improved. So let's talk about it. So the 3D printed shoe, this one really is the 3D printed. There's another version, the brother version, which has a lace here, but for me, I like this one. It's cleaner and it has a nice subtle touch to it. Look at the stripes here, the 3 stripes. That's part of the 3D print, which is really nice. I actually have a 3D printer here. I was toying it around during the pandemic. I just didn't have the patience to design in the software, but it's quite therapeutic to play with it with the machine. It's quite nice. So what they did with this one, I think they have a different filament compared to the commercialized one. So this is a special filament because of how soft it is, but still it's very strong, and I think it's the design is part of the how strong it is. So kudos to the designer of the print of this one. Only the 3D printers will appreciate that, because it's really challenging to do a 3D print that's this flexible, at the same time this durable, and at the same time it's not too thick, because usually with this strong type of model or mold, you would have a thicker filament to back it up. But I think the filament that they use here is really special, and the design wise, the engineer who designed the shoe really thought it out really well. So kudos to the designer, and you can see it here even on the forefoot part. You would see it that it's a little bit thicker around here, where you need that support so that it won't break or really get like destroyed or break in terms of the filament. And even on the heel, where you can see it's thicker here compared to the side panels and the top, which is more not transparent, translucent. You can see through it. You can see more. So on the high wear areas where you need that strength, that support, they put it in. They added that design. So when you're doing lateral movements with the shoe, of course you won't play with it, but it will kind of catches your foot a little bit better when you're walking, so you won't be wobbling on the shoe. And speaking of wobbling, it's a very flat shoe. It's dirty right now, sorry for that. I've been using this non-stop, and you can see it. You can see my finger protruding here. Put the light below it so you can see how see-through it is. So it's really, there's no solid piece there. It's all 3D printed, which for me, I'm a tech geek, so I love this kind of tech. And now especially they merge it with a shoe and tech. Personally, I like this better than the Nike slides, their recovery slides, because this one can be also a recovery shoe. And I actually bought this one because I ride my motorbike, which has a pedal. So this is very ideal because it's like a Yeezy, what do you call that? The one that I have, forgot, the laceless Yeezys. So I use that when I ride my motorcycle, but that's a little bit bulkier. So this one's a lot sleeker in terms of design. It actually can pass as a Fear of God model, because I'm not sure if Fear of God is still collaborating right now with Adidas, but this can easily pass as a Fear of God because of how sleek the design of the shoe is. And I rode this with my motorcycle and my foot wasn't being stuck on the gears, so which is nice. That's the main reason I bought this, because when I go to games, I like it to be very relaxed, my foot to be relaxed. And speaking of recovery, this can also be a recovery because it's very comfortable. The print that they made on the outsole was really, really nice. It's not firm, there's a give to it, there's impact protection. Of course, there's no bounce to it, but impact protection is really nice. So it's very plush below your foot. It's very good recovery sneaker in my opinion. The only thing is, of course, this one, it has a lot of holes in it, training. So when I actually wore it once and it was raining, my feet were soaking wet. So don't wear this outside with the sock. Maybe if you're just going inside the mall or indoors, you can wear it with a sock. Thin socks for me, because this one is actually a 10.5. Usually Adidas sneakers are big in terms of sizing. I got a 10.5, and because the US 11 ran out, I wasn't able to test out the US 11, but 10.5 really fits me like a glove. But the first time that I wore them for a longer period of time, I had blisters on my pinky toe, so needs a little break in time. But for wide footers, I wouldn't recommend this sneaker, sorry. Maybe the one with the lace will be a little better for you, so you can loosen the top part up. But this one, the no lace one, nada for wide footers, because it will really choke your feet, especially in the forefoot, because of how sleek the design is. So sorry for the wide footers, but for narrow footers or regular footers, just get your right size. If you can still fit it first, because it's kind of tricky with this kind of sneaker, because it doesn't expand. It stretches a bit, becomes softer by a bit. After several use, I didn't have any more blisters, but it won't expand that much or stretch that much after several use. So take that into consideration. And for the weight, let's weigh this in. Weight is for a US 10.5, 434. So not too light, not too heavy. So on the safe side. And for me, guys, my conclusion for this one is I really like where Adidas is going with this one. They really use their technology and thought of it very well, and giving us this very nice sneaker. I hope that next time they'll release like a gradient colors with this 3D print or a different design. But I really like the direction they're going, and this is one kind of sneaker that tech and at the same time there's still comfort in it. So let me know what you think about the Climacool 3D. Hit me a comment down below. This has been MARKCHES. Thank you for dropping by. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.